A lot of important work being done inside the walls of Roswell Park behind us, but also a lot of fun happening out here in the cold. Adam, what an amazing evening. So many people joining us in Kaminsky Park. We're about to do the tree lighting just after 6 o'clock this evening, and the really emotional candlelight ceremony before that, where everyone here has someone special in their heart who may have suffered from cancer, battling it now, or lost their lives to it. And that's what makes tonight such an important night.
Well, with the candle lighting ceremony, too, a direct connection with some of the patients who are actually in the Institute right now, looking down and watching these festivities as they are set to light the tree for the 29th year. And one of the reasons behind the hope is obviously the research. And Melissa, I've had the privilege of doing this story now. I think this is like the 5th time over the last 10 years. It's about a brain cancer vaccine that Scott mentioned called Survax-M. It's getting national and worldwide attention, and the latest development is that it could be available for patients everywhere much sooner than expected. Tracy Kassman had a full and busy life. She and her husband John, both attorneys here in Buffalo, careers, family, friends. And then, in January of last year.
When you get a diagnosis like glioblastoma, it's kind of overwhelming.
Glioblastoma, one of the most common, aggressive, and deadly forms of brain cancer, with an average survival of 16 to 18 months.
They asked me if I wanted to participate in the clinical trials, and I was like, absolutely.
The ongoing clinical trial for a vaccine called Survax-M, created and developed by doctors Robert FENSTERMAKER and Mike CIESIELSKI here at Roswell Park over the last decade.
Patients that we've treated with vaccine in our earlier studies have survived 25, 26 months on average, and with many long-term survivors surviving 6, 7 years.
Encouraging to the point where Survax-M, which is now at an advanced stage of the trial process, received something rare. What's called a fast-track designation from the Food and Drug Administration, meaning it's measurably closer to full FDA approval for use by patients everywhere.
The FDA has taken note of it, and now we have the ability to communicate more directly with them and to accelerate the drug development process. Hopefully bring this to patients much quicker.
And that can streamline the approval process by, on average, 6 to 12 months. Tracy Kassman is a part of the ongoing phase of this trial, and she says enjoying a very good quality of life.
It's really encouraging. You feel like really lucky. I feel really lucky to be here and be part of this stuff.
Part of a study on a vaccine that was created at Roswell Park, largely through donations and community support from events like the Ride for Roswell and others, with the funds distributed by the Roswell Park Alliance Foundation.
We wouldn't be here today without the initial and ongoing support of the Alliance Foundation.
This is really a project that was born in the backyard at Buffalo, born in the labs here at Roswell Park, and clinically developed at Roswell Park.
And as Tracy Kassman closes in on the 2-year mark since her diagnosis, she and her husband John look to the tree of hope, which she says holds deep and special meaning.
It's about connection. It's about surviving. It's about the difference between healing and curing, the healing power of connection with the community.
You just heard her say it, the connection with the community, and there's a lot of promise with this vaccine to the point where they think it might be effective against other forms of cancer. The focus is brain cancer right now, but so much hope and so much promise.
So much hope and promise with the vaccine and so much other work being done here. And Roswell just found out in October that they're getting $30 million for a cell and gene therapy lab. We'll hear more about that in the 5:30 hour right here on Channel 2. So incredible work being done inside and lots of celebrations out here at the Tree of Hope lighting.